I got $1 million cause my money right.
Money.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Keeping Your Money Show with Jamie Westenbarger. Remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/keepingyourmoney. Or for informative articles and market updates every week, just click like at facebook.com/keepingyourmoney or go to keepingyourmoney.com and click on the Facebook symbol. And now, here are your hosts, Jamie Westenbarger and Bart Steindler.
All right, welcome back to the Keeping Your Money Show. I'm Jamie Westenbarger, now joined by Shannon Simon. Shannon, how you doing this morning?
Doing great, Jamie. How about yourself?
Good, man. You've been traveling all over the country, enjoying New Orleans and Georgia and Texas.
I know. It's great.
I'm jealous.
You know what? You should be. We did some great fishing up in the mountains in Georgia. That was very, very envious place to be.
Fishing in the mountains?
Yes.
So it's like a lake up there?
No, it's a river. This guy
okay.
has like 2,000 feet on a river and like 6 acres of land. So
very
it was
cool.
It was pretty cool.
I'm jealous of that. I'm not jealous of Texas in July. I got to be honest with you. You can do that one all on your own.
I got in and got out really quick. So,
all right. So if anybody's just tuning in, this is Keeping Your Money Show. We cut through all the bulls, the booyahs, the bells, whistles, honks, and horns. We've been discussing Social Security and Medicare falling on its face, the freshness date of your estate planning, making sure you have that all up to date and working the way it should be, and 6 reasons you should be working with an advisor in retirement. If you miss any part of the show, you can always find it on our website. Just go to keepingyourmoney.com, click on the previous shows tab, and you'll see it listed there. Interesting article out here, 3 mistakes that will completely derail your retirement. Shannon, we've seen all 3 of these, in the flesh for sure. And the first one, probably no one's making this assumption right now.
right?
Because the market has been pretty dodgy lately, but assuming that markets will always go up can really be detrimental if you're trying to live off of your investment savings.
Well, absolutely. And I think the key thing is you hear a lot of people talk about the historical averages of the market, and they do a lot of predictions off of the amount of income that you can draw out, how you can do that safely without really depleting your assets. And the key thing, especially like you said, in the last couple of weeks, in the last couple of months, there really hasn't been a whole lot of, you can say, market gains that are in there. But the article goes in to talk about, if, as a hypothetical example, you had a portfolio of, say, $500,000, and you needed to draw 4% off of that portfolio, which is about $20,000. If the market has a correction while you're drawing income off of that, you could see that hypothetically your value goes down to $250,000. So for you to continue to draw that $20,000 a year, your ratio is up 8% instead of 4% that you have to draw out of it.
And if you're drawing 8% out of a portfolio in a down market, you either need a really quick rebound in that market or you're going to find yourself with no money left.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the key thing is ensuring that you're talking to your advisor as you're planning out your retirement income. Do you have a bucket, as we would talk about, a bucket or an allocation of money that you're drawing out your cash needs out of, so it's not really directly invested in the market, or it's not affected by market fluctuations, so it's fully liquid, non-market invested, so that way as you're drawing income out, if the market does have those sideways time frames, you're not drawing it out of a declining asset.
Well, and I think that really ties into the next one too, the idea of not putting all of your money into retirement accounts. And a lot of people say, well, what are you talking about? You're always telling us to sock it all away. Well, you should definitely be maxing out what you can in your retirement accounts, but that can't be all you're saving, because in that scenario that you just explained, Shannon, keeping in mind that if you're in a retirement account, when you draw that money out, you're now going to pay ordinary income tax on that as well. So not only have you depleted at 8%, but you also are going to pay 25, 30, 35% in taxes on top of that, which can even, crush that number down even more to where it's almost to the point where you're not withdrawing anything that you actually need.
Well, yeah, and the tax part of it is something that a lot of people don't talk about when they're drawing the income out, and I think your point's very valid of that's an additional 25 or 30% that you have to draw out of it. But anticipate that you are going to need cash in retirement that's not tied to a retirement asset. And the other thing is if you're still working and you're looking at, okay, I'm 5 or 10 years out from retirement, it's one of the things that we talk to everybody about is how do you build that cash reserves that's not in a retirement bucket. It could be in a Roth IRA. It could be in just a cash investment account or just in CDs in the bank or just in the bank. but being able to prepare yourself as you're getting closer to retirement, you start ramping down your earned income to prepare yourself to live off of your retirement income. So if you're 5 years out and you're gonna need 50% of your current salary to live off of, what you might want to do is start taking 10% additional of your income, putting it into a savings account. That's cash. That's one, building yourself up, building your funds up for your retirement income. But more importantly, you're saving that money and knowing that over the next 3 or 4 years, you're able to ramp down, is the best way I can describe it, is decline your spending income to live off of your retirement income.
Yeah, absolutely. And, when you talk about taxes, it's why so many people, of course, everyone listening knows the concept of asset allocation and, dividing your assets up among asset classes. But just as important, in our opinion, is tax diversification and understanding that you need to have pre-tax, after-tax, Roths, all of those types of things, because one of the most important things in retirement is having options.
Right.
When you need to do a $20,000 home repair, the last thing you want to do is have to take that out of an IRA, pay taxes on that,
right,
potentially move yourself into a higher tax bracket because you've taken that lump sum, and many times take more than you needed because you've got to cover the tax bill as well. So it can kind of almost create this perpetual, reduction in your overall account because you're taking so much. Whereas if you had a Roth or you had a cash account like you're talking about,
right,
well, that's where the $20,000 will come to do the roof or whatever. So definitely important to have diversification in those arenas as well.
Well, and the other thing too is making sure that you have the right advisor that can work with you, that transitions from the growth side of your portfolio to the income distribution side of it. And in some instances, that person might be the best person for you. In other instances, they might not be. So if they're not talking to you about how you're going to start distributing your income, or they're not talking to you about how you're going to reduce your current income to match your retirement income, maybe you need to start asking those questions.
Well, we were just talking about this in the previous segment, Bart and I, and working with a financial advisor in retirement. You may be very capable of handling your investments leading up to retirement. You may have a growth specialist who's helped you grow this account, so you feel obligated to that person as you go into retirement. But those are two very different specialties and expertise. And I always say it's very similar to, the first car I owned was a 1982 Buick Skylark.
Nice.
Oh, it was great. I could actually do some of the work on it. My neighbor could do the rest because he was kind of a gearhead.
Right.
For those that don't know, I own a little bit nicer car than that now.
Right.
The only place I'm taking that is the place that specializes in working on that particular vehicle. Even if I still live next door to that guy, he would not be working on my current vehicle.
Because things have changed.
Right. And it's kind of the same thing. When you go into retirement, you're now driving a high-performance vehicle that needs to produce income for you. It takes a special type of person who has expertise and a background in doing that to handle that. Much different than the guy who helped you buy those index funds to help you grow it up and get to where you were. All right, coming up, we're going to wrap up the show, singe into the weekend, right here on the Keeping Your Money Show.
Looking like $1 million cause my money right.
Hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Keeping Your Money Show with Jamie Westenbarger. Remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/keepingyourmoney. Or for informative articles and market updates every week, just click like at facebook.com/keepingyourmoney or go to keepingyourmoney.com and click on the Facebook symbol. And now, here are your hosts.
All right, welcome back to the Keeping Your Money Show. I'm Jamie Westenbarger, joined by Shannon Simon. We've been discussing all types of things today. Bart Steinler and I were discussing Social Security disability and how it's running out of money. Medicare premiums going up 52%. Get excited about that. The freshness date on your will, 4 dates that are important to know if your estate planning is incorrect and ready to go, and 6 reasons to work with a financial advisor in retirement. Then Shannon and I covered the 3 mistakes that will completely derail your retirement. If you miss any part of the show, You can find it on the web. Just go to keepingyourmoney.com. We post all our previous shows there about a week after they're on. Many times I revisit these topics on Fox 17 Monday nights at 6:30, 6:45 as well on the Financial Fix segment there. So you can catch me there. And if you are just tuning in, you're like, who are these guys? This is the Keeping Your Money show. We cut through all the bulls, the booyahs, the bells, whistles, honks, and horns to bring you the information that actually helps you move towards retirement. Come back an hour earlier next week and listen to the whole show, and hopefully we can help give you some good tips as well. We got some great upcoming events here just down the road, Shannon.
Yeah, definitely. The Whitecaps baseball game Friday, September 4th against the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. There's still a few tickets left, but we do need you to RSVP. So it's gates open at 5:30, dinners from 6:30 to 8, then the first pitch, and then fireworks at the end of that as well.
Give us a call on that. 888-98-MONEY is the number for that. And then the Tuesday after that, September 8th,
yes,
the day after Labor Day, we're going to be at the Gravity Tap House and Grill, which is just down the street from our office. 5:30 to 7:30. Event is casual, open house style, complimentary hors d'oeuvres and beverages. If the weather holds, we will be on the patio, so that'll be nice. We do ask that you RSVP. There's no cost for that, but we do need to know how many people are coming. And again, you can do that on our website at keepingyourmoney.com or shoot me an email, info@keepingyourmoney.com, and I'll put you down for that. Well, I'm going to tell you this week, like I tell you every week, you'd never go on a trip without knowing how you're going to get there, if there was gas in the tank, what the route is, where you even plan to go. You'd never get into a hotel at 11 o'clock at night in a busy city and just assume you could get a room, or better yet, show up at the airport and just simply want to get on a plane. Those things all take planning. And retirement is exactly the same way. It's one of the most important and drawn-out journeys you ever take in your life. Many people think that when they get to retirement, they've reached the destination. But in reality, you've simply reached the gate for the next 25, 30, 35 years of your life. And that needs to be planned out exactly like you've planned up to this point, but with a lot more importance on it, because the likelihood is the money you save till then is what you are going to live on for the rest of your life. If you do not have a roadmap for your retirement, what are you waiting for? The last week has been torturous in the market. I can't even imagine, if you don't have a plan, how scary and terrifying and stressful this has been. Give us a call, 888-98-MONEY. Let us put a plan together for you and help you relax so you can move into retirement comfortably. I'm Jamie Westenbarger for Shannon Simon, Bart Steinler, Troy Fox out on the Lakeshore. Thanks for listening. This is the Keeping Your Money Show. We'll be back next week. Find us on the web at keepingyourmoney.com.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investment or investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities are offered in the U.S. through First Allied Securities, Inc., a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through First Allied Advisory Services, Inc., a registered investment advisor.